Hello, welcome to this book review video. Today I'm very excited to talk about a book that just makes you feel good. It just makes you laugh really hard. Finding a book that makes you chuckle to yourself, haha, as you read is pretty easy. Finding a book that makes you giggle sillily occasionally, not that rare. But finding a book that makes you have full-bellied laughter, deep, diaphragmatic, childlike laughter, that is something that is rare indeed. And that book is Hollow Kingdom by Kiera Jane Buxton. I have not enjoyed myself reading a book like this in such a long time. It reminded me of when I was just a 12-year-old kid reading the Percy Jackson series. It really is just something special, and I'm very excited to talk about it. Hollow Kingdom is a zombie apocalypse story like you've never encountered before. It tells the story of ST. And ST is very special because they are not a human. They are a domesticated crow. And they provide a very unique witness to the downfall of human civilization, to a mysterious pandemic. The journey begins when Big Jim gets sick. Big Jim is ST's owner and best friend. And ST realizes that something is not quite right with Big Jim, and eventually comes to the conclusion that Big Jim is a danger to himself and others. From that point forward, ST embarks on an adventure to save himself, to find a cure for Big Jim, and to protect his best friend, Dennis. Just the best good boy doggy you'll ever know. A hilarious fever dream of a journey ensues. ST is a very unique narrator, not only because he is a pet crow, but because he's a crow that very much believes he's an honorary human. And Big Jim, the human that raised ST, was an individual who had, let's say, fringe beliefs. And ST believes that these beliefs are the only way to see the world. So you'll constantly be rolling your eyes because Big Jim is a person that nobody really likes, but we all know somebody like Big Jim. They say inflammatory things, they insult people, they're very close-minded, but they think their way of seeing the world is the only way. And ST, holding on to these beliefs that Big Jim has instilled in him, makes for a very funny read. Couple this with the self-hate ST has because he hates the fact that he's not human, and you have a very conflicting schizo type of point of view from a very interesting source. The distinct voice of the narrator makes Hollow Kingdom like nothing else in the zombie apocalypse genre. The reader is constantly bombarded with jokes in every paragraph, with absurdities, with silliness, with over-the-top humorous content. And it constantly breaks the tension. But it doesn't ruin this story. I was a little worried about this book after the first few pages because when I read a zombie apocalypse story, I want some anxiety. I want some fear. I want to be worried for our characters. And I was afraid that the humor would keep the stakes too low. But that's not what happened. The author would occasionally just surprise me with stark moments of depressing sadness. I didn't cry too much in this book. I cried 3 times. But very quickly the waterworks would stop because it's very hard to cry when you're laughing the next paragraph. So it's very much an emotional roller coaster of a read, like nothing I've really encountered before in any work of fiction. One of the main themes in Hollow Kingdom is the resiliency of nature. Because nature was here way before humans were, and I imagine it'll be here way after humans are gone. And this is a theme that's pretty prevalent in apocalyptic literature, but never from the point of view of the animals that are left behind. And that just made for a very compelling, thought-provoking, mind-opening read. And I found it just so much fun to watch the apocalypse unfold from the animals left behind, to see how nature reacts to the downfall of human civilization. Because I'm human. I imagine if you're watching this video, you're human. Sometimes it's very hard to get outside our own minds. And it's kind of cool to watch a story unfold from the minds of a lesser creature. Perhaps the most heartwarming part of Hollow Kingdom is the family dynamic between ST, Big Jim, and Dennis. It's just such a cute little quirky family. And ST and Dennis love Big Jim in a way that only our lovable fur babies can. Because no matter how inadequate you are, no matter how sucky of a human being you think, your pets love you. And this book very much portrays the love a pet has for their owner in a very beautiful, heartwarming way. And Dennis is just the best dog you'll ever encounter in a work of fiction. At least he is for me. I love a good zombie apocalyptic story. But I'll be the first to say that the zombie apocalypse subgenre is not known for being dynamic. There's not a lot of groundbreaking work being done in the genre, at least in terms of like books in the genre. But Kira Jane Buxton was able to bring something fresh, something new, something of a unique twist to the genre. So, if Hollow Kingdom sounds like your cup of tea, pick it up. You'll laugh a lot, you'll cry a little, and maybe you'll learn a little bit what it means to be human from a very unique source. If you've made it to this point of the video, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching it. Subscribe to my channel and all that jazz, and I'll see you guys next time.